Drills Talk, episode 4. This episode is the top 5 ways to enjoy the journey. So entrepreneurs out there, people just starting out life, this one is definitely for you. This is based off of a blog I wrote called The Journey versus the Destination. So let's get into it right now. Top 5. Number 1, create checkpoints. So a big reason why we don't enjoy the journey is because there are no checkpoints. It is start and finish, and that's it. We don't care about what we have to go through, what we are going through, what the small wins are. None of that. Don't care. Why don't we care? Because we're not really trained to celebrate the journey. We are trained to celebrate the destination, and the destination is an instant. It is a point in time. The journey is a longer period of time. So I ask you, why not enjoy that? Why be miserable in quote unquote tunnel vision for years, sometimes, maybe decades, to be happy for a moment, only to create another destination and not enjoy the journey getting there? Thinking about it doesn't make much sense. So we're going to stop doing that. So we're going to create checkpoints. So what's a checkpoint? I mean, let's take it all the way back to, let's say we graduate from high school. Now, not everybody goes to college, but say if you want to go to college, a checkpoint would be graduating from college, right? That's something to celebrate. That's not a means to an end. That's something to celebrate. That is a destination, quote unquote, that we should be celebrating, but we kind of see it as a prereq to what we really want to do, which is most likely, be rich and travel the world and have our own business and all that stuff. But let's not forget that we've just done something that not everybody does. We just completed something that, it's not just a piece of paper. We actually went through a lot, and not just class, to get through college, have this piece of paper. Some people amassed a lot of debt. Some people have gone through some terrible relationships. Some people have lost best friends going through college. Some people lost touch with their family just being away for 4 years going through college. So we're going to just not realize all the sacrifice, all the work, all the stress, everything we went through to graduate from college? No, we celebrate that. If you don't know what your degree is, go find it. Get your degree, put it out somewhere to see. Because you did that. It wasn't just to get a job to pay off the debt that you amassed to get that degree. So create a checkpoint. If you don't want to go to college, and say you get out of high school and you're like, okay, straight to the field. I'm either going to get a job or I'm going to start my own business. Okay, so you get a job. That's a destination. You may get it quick. You may not even know to celebrate. But it is a celebration. I graduated from high school and now I need to support myself, and now I can. It's huge. It should definitely be at least a checkpoint to celebrate. So celebrate. Feel yourself. You know what I mean? Like, be happy about what you've done. You graduated from high school, people say, oh, well, yeah, everybody does. One, no, they don't. But then you got a job. Oh, everybody gets a job after high. No, they don't. You've done something that everybody does not do, and it's your journey. It's your story, and every part of the story is great and should be celebrated. So you celebrate that. And if you have to celebrate by yourself because the people around you don't feel it's such a big deal, then that's fine. Because when you do something that they feel is a big deal, and you're used to celebrating yourself, you'll pick and choose who gets to celebrate with you, and that'll be even better for you. So now let's say you want to start a business. Now this can be after a few years of working after college. This can be right out of high school. This can be right out of working out of high school. Whatever it is. I'm starting a business. What do people celebrate? Successful business. You're going to wait for 10 years to be making the money you feel you should have been making, when you started? Are you going to do that? Are you just going to, be heads down for 10 years and not celebrate? Maybe getting that paperwork, being an official LLC or an official S Corp or an official C Corp. That's a celebration. That's something you should be celebrating. That's a big deal. Are you going to celebrate, paying that first annual registration fee? I know it's money out of your pocket, but that just means that, your company is another year old. That's a celebration. That's a birthday. Should at least be a checkpoint. What about the first dollar you make? I remember walking into stores in Brooklyn, in the corner stores, and like everybody had that first dollar that they made just pinned up on the wall somewhere, because they get it. Because without that first dollar, there's no second dollar. That's a celebration. So create checkpoints. There's absolutely nothing wrong with celebrating yourself, celebrating accomplishments, both big and small, because your small accomplishments are huge to some people, and it should be huge to you too. Number 2, be a student. Now, how's being a student gonna help you enjoy the journey? Well, 1, it definitely humbles you because you don't think that you're in position to be the teacher. You are not approaching the situation or the journey as a master, because when you do approach as a teacher or a master, and you are going through all this trouble, all these roadblocks, all this stuff that seems to just be popping up for absolutely no reason, the lack of, I would say, humility or the fact that you're not humble kind of messes with you and gives you unneeded stress, because you're not approaching it as a student. Approaching it as a student, you understand that I don't know exactly what's on this journey, but I'm willing to learn and get better. And when you're a student and you fail, that's part of being a student. When you think you're a master and you fail, that can mess up the entire journey. That can stop the journey. You can forget the destination because the journey is over. So being a student, it humbles you. Being a student allows you to accept all the negative that's going to come because you expect it now. It's part of the process. You're not a master. So everything's a learning experience. Good things you learn from, bad things you learn from. Don't just learn from the bad things. Don't just take the good things and move forward. No, this went well. What did I do to prepare for this? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to always do that. This went bad. Now, I'm never going to make that mistake again. And by not making that mistake again, you're getting better and better and better. So you don't stay at the 101 class level. Of course, you move up. You get better at things. You navigate obstacles faster and more efficient, but without an attitude, because you're a student. So being a student is something that you're probably not doing now. You're probably thinking, okay, well, I've been doing this such and such months or this many years, and I don't feel I'm a student anymore. You're always a student. You're always a student. Whenever you consider yourself a master, you're setting yourself up for more disappointment than something beneficial. If you're an entrepreneur, things always come up. Nothing ever goes smoothly. So if you know this and you're going to treat your journey as if you're a master, why can't a master handle this? Why didn't a master see this obstacle coming? It's impossible. You're setting yourself up to be unhappy. You're setting yourself up to maybe question yourself when you don't really need to. If you approach it as a student, all these obstacles are just tests. You approach it as a master, these obstacles are now opponents that can defeat you and end your journey. Number 3, expect obstacles. Expect them. Don't be discouraged. You know they're coming. You don't know when they're coming, no. But you know that they absolutely are. And you know that they won't stop. Hurdles are coming. Now you're going to jump over one. You're going to trip over a couple. Some are going to be very low. Some are going to be ridiculously high. Well, you're going to have to know when to jump and when to go under. And you will learn. Obstacles don't stop. And a lot of times, if an obstacle doesn't come, we tend to try to create one. Don't do that. Life got you. You don't have to create any obstacles. They will come. So hurting ourselves is something that we do in this journey too. And it's like, okay, well, I'm running. Where's that next obstacle? Where's that next obstacle? And you're looking, but you're slowing down. You're not paying attention. That was your straightaway. That was your point in time to be at ease. That was your time to just gun it. But you're so worried, like, oh, it has to come. No, it will come. Expect it to come. But you don't wait around for it. You don't look around for it. You just deal with it when it comes. Because if you don't, now you're slowing down in your straightaway. Now you're looking around when there's nothing in your path for a while. Where you could have got some stuff done so fast, so quick. That obstacle, when it did come, wouldn't have been that big of an obstacle. But because you took expecting to another level as to, okay, well, more than expected, I'm looking for it. I'm slowing down. I'm not doing as much as I could have been doing. I'm looking away when I should be looking straight. Because if I was looking straight and saying, okay, well, yeah, I expect it. I know it's going to come, but it's not here right now. Let me go. Because you didn't do that, you kind of put yourself in a pickle, you know, and that kind of makes the journey a little hard to enjoy. So we want to definitely not be our worst enemies in this journey. We want to, you know, expect the problems, deal with them when they are there, but don't look around like they're going to pop you in the face. There's no reason. When you get popped in the face, then you slow down. But until then, you keep going. Number 4, celebrate your growth. So we discussed being a student. We discussed creating checkpoints. We discussed expecting obstacles. You know how much better you're getting by doing all this? You know how much better you're getting year after year. You're running the business, or year after year, you're working at this company, and you went from, I don't know anything, I don't even know how I can be of any value, to, we can't start the meeting without this person. You did that. That's something to celebrate. Your growth. Now, we've passed school. We finished that. So we're not getting a certificate. We're not getting a diploma. There is no degree. But you're still growing. You're still getting better. And if you need to create something for yourself, then do it. If you need to create yourself a certificate, then do it. Get yourself an award, do it. Whatever you need to do to acknowledge that you're getting better. Now, I do music, so, you know, sonically I can hear it. You know, if somebody writes, you know, and they have an editor, or they get it edited, the less and less that editor has to do, they know that they're growing. If a person's a cook, you know, the less and less food that goes to waste because of mistakes, they can see that they're getting better. The more that they can charge for their food and people show no fuss or give no fuss about it, they know they're getting better. So there are ways to tell that you're growing. No, you're not at the destination, but you can get to the destination. And of course you will get to the destination, but this is not what we're about right now. We're about celebrating and enjoying the journey. You will get there. So let's keep our patience and just focus on what it is going on now. What's going on right now is you're getting so good that the obstacles are not really obstacles. They're just something you need to pay attention to make sure you don't run into them. Or when they do come and they hit you, you got this. You can knock it out in a day, and you don't have to, you know, cry or roll up in a ball or take a nap before you wake up and go and handle the issue. Now, people do that, and I've done that too. There's an issue. You know what? This is like the 5th issue this week. I need to take a nap. I need a break. And then you wake up and you're ready, and then you attack that problem. As opposed to, I need a break. It's these problems. What problems? It's a whole bunch of them. How many? I don't really know. It's just a lot. But if you take your time and you write it down, and you see that there's 3, now you can work on 1, then you can work on 2, and then you can knock out 3. And that's growth. That's worth celebrating. Get yourself something. Have a nice dinner. Have a long bath. You know, most of us adults just hop in the shower. We do what we got to do. We get out of there. Sit in the bath, chill. put on some music, relax, congratulate yourself on being able to handle problems now by writing down the number of issues, creating a to-do list, and knocking them out. Because now when they come, they better come correct because you're ready. One problem coming to you at a time is not enough anymore because you're just going to knock that out. So what can life do that you can't handle? Even if it hands you 10 problems, you just write those 10 problems down. You prioritize those 10 problems. What needs to be done first? This one needs to be done first. All right, what's next? Celebrate your growth. You're getting so good. I'm not saying get a big head about it, but if you want to, that's fine. But stay a student. Know that it might be a problem that, takes a little longer. It's not like those last 10. This one is probably the weight of 20. So don't get too big-headed, but, feel yourself, congratulate yourself. You're getting better. And don't feel no way about doing it. Because in a lot of ways, you're the only person that's going to celebrate you for a while. It's going to be you're your biggest fan for a while. You may have your spouse that's, behind you, but they don't really understand because they don't do what you do. Your parents may be your biggest fans, but no matter what you do, they're going to probably support you. So you're going to be the one who really knows when you're growing. You're going to be the one who really knows when it's time to celebrate. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with being your biggest fan for a while. The others will come, but you keep at it. Number 5, share your knowledge with your circle. So you want to be a teacher? This is the time. You're tired of being a student? This is the time. But this is also going to help you enjoy your journey because you're helping people on theirs. And your friends or your siblings or your fam, you're helping them. So this is your time to shine. This is, okay, well, I've been a student and I've learned enough about this particular thing that I can share with y'all. And it's going to help y'all. And it might shorten your journey and help you get to that destination so you can then start another journey. So here it is. This is how I'm helping. And then you sit everybody down and you say, okay, well, this was the scenario. This is how I handled it. That didn't work out. This is how I then handled it. This is what really helped was me failing that first time because I was kind of winging it. But the second time, I was like, no. I'm not going to wing it this time. I'm going to know what I did wrong before, which was one, not planning and not sitting down and thinking something through. It was just winging it like I'm this expert. I approached the journey as a master, but then I approached the journey as a student. Students are usually way more prepared than people who think they're masters. If you think you're a master, you've seen it all, you don't really have to prepare much. Now, people in sports and fighting, they really know that that's how champions lose their championship. They don't prepare much. They're fighting a young pup. This is a student. The student is ready, and the master feels they've seen it all already. But they have not. And they get knocked out. So, now that we're sharing with our circle, we can say, hey, what are you going through? No, everybody in your business, not in your business, but everybody in your circle is not in the same business as you. That's okay. But you are all starting something. You all have something going on. You're all at some point in their own journey. You're all in your own journeys. So where are you? What are you working on right now? What's your problems? What issues are you running into? Okay, I've run into a similar issue. And it seems like every time I sit down and I say, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this. Such and such happens. Yeah, that happens to me too. Okay, how do you handle that? Oh, well, this is how I handle it. And now everybody's better. And everybody's better because of you. But now that friend in that circle, they're open to sharing their failures and how they triumphed because you've shared your failures and how you've triumphed. So how strong does that group get after a while? Ridiculous, right? Ridiculously strong. Everybody's open, everybody's talking, everybody's trading, secrets and trading things that, little tricks of the trade that they've come up with to get better. Those are the friends you need. If you don't have any friends like that, you have the wrong friends. You need to up the circle. I'm not saying flush everybody else down the toilet. I'm just saying you might want to get another circle that's going to get you to where you want to get to. Another circle that maybe give you a shortcut on that journey and get you closer to that destination so you can begin another journey. Because if your friends or your circle are not giving you that, what are they giving you? It's cool sharing with your peers. It's cool sharing with your friends. But after a while, if you're the only one sharing, you'll stop. Because you're not getting anything out of it except the fact that you can be the teacher for a second. But you know in your heart that you're always a student, so you're going to want some information back. And if you can't get anything out of that, then you have the wrong friends. Something to think about. It's very important. No matter what age you are, you can be in high school, you can be in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. If you have goals to get better, you need people around you with the same goals to get better. It doesn't have to be the same business. It doesn't have to be the same idea. It could be somebody that wants to get better at being a grandparent. You want to get better at, knocking out issues. Okay, well, their issue is the age gap with their they don't know how to react to certain stuff that comes out of their grandparents, or their grandchildren's mouths. You have a business and sometimes you don't know how to react to what comes out of your customers' mouths. Okay, well, sit down and talk about it. Well, sometimes these kids are saying words I don't even understand. Okay, I can get with that, because these customers sometimes, they come in and they have something on their minds. They're already upset. I don't even get it. So what do? Oh, well, I asked them to, what's the issue? And, do you need to talk? And we start from there. Okay, well, I'm going to try that with my grandchildren. Hey, I don't even understand what you're saying. Say it in a different way. Okay. Well, now that person can speak with their grandchildren, and this other person now, they're a little more calm and kind of treat their customers as grandkids, just to, say, okay, well, let me put my kid gloves on, because me reacting to them, it's not going to help this situation. Me being more upset or upset because they're upset, it's not going to make me any money. It's not going to keep me in business. So let me take the advice that I'm giving to this person in my circle and use it for myself. They're talking with kids, so they got to be a little easy on their words. Well, I'm going to do the same and see how that helps. And then y'all come back together and, hey, how's that conversation going with your grandkids now? Better, much better. How are the conversations with your customers going? Perfect. I know how to, calm down people that may seem that they're about to blow a gasket. That's excellent. That's going to help me for years to decades. And it's because of this conversation. It's because of us being open to sharing our knowledge with each other. Drills Talk, episode 4. Thank you for watching. It's drills.com. Check this out. It's Drills.